So I think by now you have installed QGIS on your computer by following my previous tutorial. So here in this video, we are going to start using QGIS. And if your QGIS doesn't look like what is on the screen, you can click on new project and it will open a new project for you. And first I will explain the interface of QGIS. So you can see that there is a menu bar and there are several toolbars, and other than that there are several panels. So this is the browser panel, layers panel, and layer style panel, and processing toolbox panel. So if you don't have any of these panels, I will show you how to add those onto your interface. So for that, first I'll remove all these panels, and to get all those panels, right click somewhere on the menu bar or somewhere close to the toolbars, and here you can see a list of panels. So what we need at the beginning is browser panel, then the layers panel, then we need the processing toolbox panel, and usually we need layer styling panel. Other than that, there are several toolbars, and similar to what we did with panels, you can again right click here and select any of the toolbars that you need from here. Now we'll start adding data into our map. So to add data, you have to first save the data on your computer. And from the browser panel, you can navigate to where the data is saved. And from here, you can select the data file. So in this case, I am importing a shapefile, and click it and drag it into the map canvas. So you can see a point layer was imported, and if you go to the layers panel, it will show you a layer of points. It is easier if you add the data source as a favorite in your browser panel. So select on favorites, right click, and click on add the directory. Now go to the place where you have saved your data and select the folder where your data is saved. Now it is added to your favorites, and from here you can easily find the data that you have saved on your computer, and you can click and drag the data onto your map canvas. So here I imported the point file, then I imported a polygon file, and now I will import a line feature as well. So when we go to layers panel, we can see all these data. So now if you go to any of these layers and right click and go to properties, and in the information tab you will see the relevant information for that shapefile. For example, here it gives the file location, and it gives the file size and several other information. And here under the coordinate reference system, it gives the coordinate system. And if you go into the symbology, you can change the symbology of that layer. So for example, if I want to change the color, I can change the color from here. The color of the line feature was changed. Similarly, we can go to the polygon feature properties, and in the symbology tab, we can change the symbology. So in this case, I can use the predefined symbologies like this hashed blue color hash symbol, and click on OK, and the symbology will be changed. If you want to go to the attribute table, you have to again right click and select on Open Attribute Table. So this table shows all the information saved within that shapefile. After importing the data onto your QGIS, it is always a good practice to save your project. To save the project, go to Project, click on Save As, go to the place where you want to save the project, give a name, and click on Save. And now we can go ahead and create a map from the data that we imported to QGIS. To create a map layout, click on this icon, New Print Layout. And if you don't have this toolbar, go to the toolbars and select on Project Toolbar. Now select on New Print Layout. Here, give a name to your map. So I will name it as Map 1. And here is our map. So you can see these are two separate windows. And to add this data onto our map layout, we have to go and click on Add Map. Now draw a rectangle on the map layout, and it will add the data in our project onto the map layout. And if you want to move around these features, click on Move Item Content. And then you will be able to move things around and also zoom in and out. Then again click on this arrow. Now the next step is adding the legend and other map features. So to add a legend, click on Add Item and select Add Legend. Now draw a rectangle here and it will populate the legend. And in addition, we need a scale bar. So select on Add the Scale Bar and draw a scale bar. We also need a north arrow. So I will select on north arrow and draw a north arrow here. So now we have almost everything that is needed for a map, but we'll make it more presentable. So I will select on the legend, and when I select on the legend, there is a separate panel which shows the item properties. So here I will enter a title for the legend. Other than that, I can also add the frame. I also would like to add a frame around the map. So again, select the map, item properties, and here also I will click on frame. So it will add the frame around the map. Let's see that you need to change something on the map. For example, I don't like the colors of these layers. So what I can do is I can go back to the project and change the colors. So I will change the color of the polygon layer, and I will change the color of the reverse layer. So here I can increase the width of the line, and I also will change the color of the points. Maybe I can use a symbol from here. Okay, I changed the symbology in the project. If I go back to my map layout, I don't see those changes That is because the changes that we made in the project has not been updated here in the map layout. To do that, you can go to View and click on Refresh. So the changes that we did in the project will get updated on the map layout. And now the map is ready to be exported. To export the map, you can select Export as Image. And here, give the place where you want to save the map and give a name to your map. And click on Save. And once you click on Save, it will give you another window will open. And here you have to give the resolution. So to get a good resolution, 300 dpi is recommended. And click on Save. Here, when you go into this link, you can see your exported map.